Hi everyone, Danielle Noyes here for the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network. This is your Tuesday Insights, and here's what I'm going to cover in this video. Stalled front, unsettled weather the next few days. Not as hot tomorrow, humidity sticking around, weekend update, many plans, summertime, vacation, Saturday and Sunday, thoughts coming up in a bit. Here's what I mean about the predicted dew point. When it gets up near 60, you feel it, right? It's up near 70, it's tropical, it's soupy. This is a New England wide average. So notice what I mean. The humidity really doesn't take a dip until potentially the start of next week, but it's not overly dry air, and then it climbs right back up. So if you are sensitive to humidity levels, especially, you're going to have a little bit of a difficult stretch. You can get the 14-day dew point forecast and feels like forecast anytime by becoming a member on Patreon. We've got 4 different membership tiers. You've heard both Matt and I talk about it a lot. Exclusive content, help support real science and our mission. More information is at membership.onedegreeoutside.com. Thank you to the hundreds that have already signed up and are helping to support our mission. Precipitation totals over the last 48 hours. Wait a sec, not much, yeah. Trace, nothing in some spots. Far northern Maine, we've had over an inch and a half actually in Caribou over the last couple of days. Northern New England, Burlington too. But over the last 30 days, we are in a deficit by about 1 to 2 inches or even more in spots. So we could use some rain. We're going to get some. Here's a national look. We've got an area of low pressure coming out of the Great Lakes tomorrow. So the front that comes by slows down, kind of stalls, and then tries to return as a warm front. So along that boundary, we get some pockets of rain, some downpours, some thunder during the day today. We talked about that this morning. Tomorrow, there may be a couple. We'll take a look at that kind of closer in a second. And then by the time we get to Thursday, Wednesday night into Thursday, I think Thursday is the most unsettled day with a lingering shower on Friday before a weak area of high pressure builds in. And that may give us a little bit of a break in the action, so to speak, for the upcoming weekend. All has to do with the jet stream too, and the vorticity, those little bundles of energy high in the sky. So today we've got a little area coming in, and then by the time we get to tomorrow, this trough gets carved out. Bundles of energy over us as we head into Wednesday night and Thursday. That's why I say it's kind of the most unsettled period here. Upper level low spinning to our north. Another little rounds of energy coming through for the upcoming weekend, but they're fairly weak. And then next week, this ridge starts to build in, but you notice these little ripples that are still along the jet stream. So bottom line is we have multiple chances for some thunderstorms ahead, even as the heat builds in towards the middle part of next week. And we talked about that yesterday in pattern predictions. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week looks like highs are going to be up around 90 degrees for a New England wide average. All right, let's zoom in. We'll plan things out for you Wednesday. There may be a shower or downpour in the morning, some clouds, some patchy fog as well. These will tend to depart through midday, and we may get some breaks of sun, particularly you notice in far northern and western New England. I still can't rule out a stray shower or an isolated thunderstorm popping. Tomorrow afternoon, some heavy downpours still in place. Again, they're not going to be that widespread. I don't think it is a day to cancel outdoor plans, but still a time to be weather aware. Wednesday night into Thursday morning, here comes some pockets of rain. So I do think Thursday morning's a wet start for much of southern New England. The heaviest rain focus for the South Shore to Cape, and that's where we may see some localized flooding. Even the Champlain Valley stretching east into northern New Hampshire and western Maine through the midday to early afternoon gets around to some showers, downpours, and thunder. That, again, that humid air and that really warm air trying to push back in with that warm front. So Thursday is just kind of an unsettled day overall. In between, there are a lot of clouds and maybe a shower. So it's not raining the entire day for everybody, although southeastern New England that has that highest chance of kind of being off and on into the periodic rain during the day on Thursday. That's because this front comes by, and again, it stalls, kind of returns as a warm front during the day on Thursday. Then we've got another cold front that comes in, so additional rounds of showers are likely on Friday before that high pressure builds in for the weekend. I do think both Saturday and Sunday look mainly dry. I can't rule out a shower or a thunderstorm. Another front comes in later Sunday, so western New England you may see it, but it's kind of a classic summer weekend. Warm into the 80s both days and somewhat humid as well. You can track it all, of course, with our app. Look at the upcoming weekend and next weekend, too, with the 14-day forecast. You can pinpoint your exact location right in the app, set a nickname, save several locations, make sure you've got the alerts and notifications turned on. Highs for Wednesday, 70s to around 80. Onshore wind takes hold, 60s through the overnight with some low clouds, patchy fog, periodic rain on Thursday. 70s will do it. Maybe we touch 80 in western New England. Friday, still a chance of a lingering shower or a downpour. 70s to mid-80s when you get through the interior, kind of away from that ocean influence with that wind off the ocean. By the way, the wind, really not a big deal. The next several days will be fairly light. Saturday, the warmth coming back in. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s in western New England and right around 80 the farther east you come, with some sea breezes that will kick in. Just a reminder, you can shop our merchandise. We've got hats, t-shirts, umbrellas, bibs, coolers, you name it. Gift cards on there too, all at swag.onedegreeoutside.com. We'll see you with more weather later on.